Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but like promised, I said I was going to come back and do a video about periodontitis. I actually have been diagnosed with this disease myself, and if you want to learn about what this topic is about, keep watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment to help support my channel, and subscribe so you can keep getting content from me. I will be doing more videos than just about periodontitis. I'll be doing videos about beauty, lifestyle, nursing, because as I said in my previous video, I am a nurse, and much more. I also love to shop, so I'll also be doing videos about that. So you may be wondering, girl, what is periodontitis? It sounds like you speak in Chinese. So actually, periodontitis is a severe or inherited form of gingivitis. To break the word periodontitis down, peri means surrounding or around, odon means tooth, and then itis means inflammation. So putting it all together, you have inflammation of the surrounding structures of the tooth, or inflammation of the structures surrounding the tooth. With periodontitis, the soft tissues and the bone of the jaw is destroyed over time. And without adequate supporting structures for your teeth, they become loose over time and they eventually fall out. So the CDC performed a study which found that 47.2% or 64.7 million American adults have mild, moderate, or severe periodontitis. So you're probably wondering what are the causes and the risk factors of this. So one of the most common causes of periodontal disease is poor oral care. That's not the reason for everyone, but that's the main common cause of periodontitis is poor oral care. This disease starts off as gingivitis. You start noticing some bleeding at the gum line, and your gums are really irritated and red and inflamed. So as soon as you see that, you need to floss, use mouthwash, peroxide, and go see your dentist as soon as possible, because you want to make sure you get the plaque and tartar off your teeth. So the risk factors, and some of these will surprise you. The risk factors include gingivitis, starting off at the gingivitis state and not getting it taken care of then, and it progresses to periodontitis. Poor oral health habits, which leads to gingivitis and then leads to periodontitis. I think y'all get it. Smoking or chewing tobacco. Older age, your immune system is not the same as it used to be when you were younger. Hormonal changes, such as those related to pregnancy or menopause. Your immune system increases when you become pregnant. Substance abuse, illegal drugs, smoking, tobacco, obesity, inadequate nutrition, including vitamin C deficiency. Genetics, yes, genetics. That is what predisposed me to my condition. Certain medications that cause dry mouth or gum changes, and conditions that cause decreased immunity, such as leukemia, HIV, AIDS, and cancer treatment. And you might see me looking off to the side because I want to make sure I hit all the key points. I don't want to miss anything, because this is very important information that a lot of people do not know. So also certain diseases such as diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, and Crohn's disease is a risk factor for periodontitis. So what are the signs and symptoms? Some of these things we've already talked about, some of them we haven't. So, healthy gums are firm and pale pink, and they fit very tightly snug to your teeth. So the signs and symptoms of periodontitis include swollen or puffy gums, bright red, dusky red, or purplish gums, gums that feel tender when touched. Remember that tenderness I was talking about? Gums that bleed easily. You know, if you're brushing, if you're flossing, don't take it lightly. Don't be like, oh, maybe I was brushing a little too hard or flossing a little too hard. No, it should not. Unless you like digging for gold, like you pushing it down into your jawbone, it should not be bleeding. Gums that pull away from your teeth or recede, making your teeth look longer than normal. If your teeth look longer than normal, that's because your gums are going up and exposing your root. That's why your teeth look longer than normal. So new spaces that develop between your teeth, when you start seeing new spaces in your teeth are shifting because of the bone loss that's going on. So your teeth are trying to move to places where there is bone. Pus between your teeth and gums, I had that. Bad breath, I had that. Loose teeth, I had that. Painful chewing, it was kind of painful, yes. A change in the way your teeth fit together when you bite. Same thing with your teeth shifting, same kind of difference. So how is this diagnosed? So it's kind of, some of this stuff is kind of a reiteration. Like I was saying, you're gonna be checking for bleeding, inflamed gums, and plaque and tartar buildup. When you go to your dentist, they're gonna do something called dental probing. And so they're gonna take this little instrument and they're gonna go under your gum line and they're gonna go under every single tooth to see how far down your bone is. So a normal amount of millimeters is for it to be like 1 to 2, maybe even 3. But if it's like a 5 or 6, it's like all the way up here. So, or further, all depending on how deep the pocket is. So they'll be probing to see where it is. So 1 to 3 millimeters is normal for pocketing. That's healthy gums, healthy bone, healthy teeth. 4 millimeters may indicate that you have periodontitis, or it may be another problem. But more than likely, that sounds like periodontitis. Pockets deeper than 6 millimeters cannot be cleaned well. I do have one back here that's been 6 millimeters, and I'll get more into that when I talk about my whole story. Dental x-rays. When you go to your dentist, they will be doing x-rays, and for the parts where they scale and to see how far down your pockets are, they need to do x-rays to see how much bone loss you have there. Because even though they scale to see how deep your pockets are, they need to do the x-ray to see like how much of it is far down, if that makes sense. How much of it is that deep. Like they could be just scaling right here, but it can be like all of this that's far down. So x-rays are important as well. How can it be treated? So it's a lot of different ways that it can be treated. And to save you and me, I'm going to talk about the treatments that were recommended to me. So bone grafting surgery, they take synthetic or donated bone and they cut open your gums and they take that granulated bone and they put it into under your gum line, and that helps to regenerate your natural bone. That procedure, they take a laser and they go under your gum line and it kills all of the bacteria and the biofilm that the bacteria makes, and helps your gums to reattach to your teeth and helps with bone regeneration a little bit. So the non-surgical treatments include scaling, and the Lannat procedure is included with that. It also includes root planing, antibiotics, flap surgery, soft tissue grafts and bone grafting, guided tissue regeneration, and tissue stimulating proteins. So now I get to tell you my story of being diagnosed with periodontitis. So it all began, I started noticing some differences with my teeth in middle school. I started noticing that my teeth started shifting a little bit and a little bit of bleeding here and there, and my teeth weren't as tight as they used to be. And I started noticing a little smell. I didn't really know what was going on, or at least I didn't want to know what was going on, because at that time my parents could not afford for me to go to the dentist. It was hard times. I mean, hard times just happen to people. Okay, so about the age of 14 and 17, my top tooth and my bottom tooth are getting looser. My top tooth is protruding so much that I can't even close my mouth all the way. And my bottom tooth was getting really, really loose. So fast forward to at the age of 17, I'm finally going to the dentist, okay? Finally. And when I go to the dentist, they're checking the pockets of my gums, and they're like, okay, you need to see a periodontist, because I see some pus. I have some pus on the tooth down here and on this tooth right here. So, and I had some deep pockets. So they said, you need to go see a periodontist that specializes in this, that can help you better than we can. Because of course they didn't have the resources to deal with my condition. So the first lady that, I'm not gonna give names in this video, but the first lady I went to, she, just to be frank, she was all about money. She was all about money. She was talking about pulling my bottom tooth, which I completely agree with, because it was getting looser and looser as the months were going by. And then this tooth right here, she wanted to pull this tooth, which it was like really protruding out. And I will insert pictures for you to see. But I believe that this tooth could be saved, which, as you can see, it is. So I didn't want that to be taken out. But anyway, I just kept getting my teeth cleaned twice a year with her, and then about getting bone grafting done. Now, this bone grafting cost $14,000, and it doesn't fix the root of the problem. It just allows your bone to regenerate. But the root of the problem was still left there, which is the biofilm and the bacteria breaking down the gums and the bone. So I didn't feel like that was the best option for me. I felt like that was something better, but I just didn't know what it was. And on top of that, my parents' dental insurance wouldn't pay for the surgery because they saw it as a cosmetic procedure, even though it's something that I need to get done for my overall health, because gingivitis and periodontitis can lead to heart and other disease problems. Also want to mention that she wanted me to purchase a toothbrush for $200 that was really worth like $20, because it only lasts me for about a year. And her assistants, they actually told me, hey, we're not gonna make you purchase this for $200. We're gonna give it to you for $75. I mean, some may say, well, they still didn't really help you out that much, but I mean, it's better than paying $200 for it. So fast forward to like 2010, 2011. Mind you, I started going to this lady at 2008, and around 2008, 2009 is when she wanted to start doing the bone grafting. So 2010 to 2011, she's like, okay, let's pull this front tooth at the top because I want to get this bone grafting surgery done. I just felt like she was just so pressed to do this for money. I just did not feel at peace about it. I did not feel like this is something that God wanted me to get done. So I decided to stop going to her. I decided to stop going to her because I didn't feel like that was the best decision. So mid 2011, I'm 21 years old. I'm calling around for a new periodontist, and I finally find one close by, and then trying to make an appointment. Come to find out through my parents that they won't take care of my regular cleanings, my basic cleanings for periodontitis. So I'm frustrated, I'm upset. I'm just like, it seems like nothing wants to work for me right now. Like, I'm really trying to get my situation fixed, and like nothing is working. Every time I try, it's just something that's like trying to push me back and not help me to get my mouth healthy. I'm really trying. I'm like upset, crying, and I just submit to God, and I'm just like, God, I don't know what else to do. I have tried so hard. I'm trying to get my mouth fixed. I'm trying to fix this problem. I don't know what you want me to do. I need your help. So out of nowhere, like, I kid you not, he came to me. He told me, you need to go onto YouTube and look up, I think he told me to look up periodontitis or some other word. But anyway, when I looked up the word that he told me to look up, that is when I found my now periodontist. She really came through for me. I called her, I told her my concerns, told her that I have little to no money, and that my parents' insurance is not covering anything. And she told me that she has this program for individuals with little to no money, that where we can help to pay off our bills. And it worked out so well for me. So I made an appointment to see her, I think the following week. And then when I went in to see her, like actually the day before I went in to see her, my bottom tooth that was so loose, it had gotten so loose to this point that every time I talk, it would be flapping. It would flap. And it fell out the day before I went to go see her. I was so devastated. I was so upset. I was 21. Who wants to lose their teeth at 21? So yes, it was a tooth that was in between right here, but I had braces to close it up. I'll get to that part. But yeah, I lost that tooth. I saved it. Y'all gonna laugh at me. I saved it. But I'm glad I did, because I'm gonna tell you why. When I went and saw her, she actually bonded it back into my mouth, because she said she didn't want me to walk around with a hole in my mouth. And as little as that sounds, that made a big difference for me, because I didn't want to walk around with a hole in my mouth. So she did x-rays, she did scaling, she told me how deep all my pockets are, and she told me about the little nap procedure, like she talked about it in her YouTube video, and she said that she feels like I need to get this done as soon as possible so that I can help save the rest of my teeth. And the following next few months, I got it done in July of 2011. It was painless procedure. The only thing that's painful are those shots. Good Lord, I'm sorry. The only thing that's painful are those shots. Those shots are terrible. I had 3 different kind of shots. Shots throughout my gum line to numb it, shots in the roof of my mouth, and then shots all the way in the back of my jaw, like right behind where your wisdom tooth will be. That one, the last one that I just said, the one that's behind your wisdom tooth, that one hurt more than anything I have ever felt. It was so, I could feel like my jaw was locking up with that shot. It feels horrible. But the procedure was successful. After the procedure, she put me on antibiotics. And ever since then, I have not had any pus. I haven't had any, like, my teeth aren't any looser than what they were. I am having a little bit of bleeding back here, but that's because I lost a lot of bone back here, and it's very hard to get it really clean in there. So moving on to this point, that's why she has suggested for me to get the little nap done again, just because of my history, and for me to have so we don't get back into how bad my mouth was. Also, so moving back to 2014, my mouth is very healthy, it's doing well, and I want my teeth to get straight. So she started to make metal retainers for me, and they were doing well. They were really straightening up my teeth really nicely. I will insert pictures of how it looked before I got the retainer. I really don't have any pictures of when I got the retainers though, but I will show you pictures of how my teeth were crooked. But eventually my retainer. So I asked her if I could just get braces, and I went to who she referred me to because she did agree with that. I couldn't afford it at that time, so I just decided to get braces when I became a nurse, which was in 2016. So I got braces in November of 2016, and I had them for 2 years and 2 months. After that, that is when is the little nap procedure for a second time, which is that laser procedure, and then I'm going to get stem cell therapy done to regrow my bone. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep receiving content. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm going to be doing other videos. This is more of the more serious kind of video. I'm going to be doing like beauty videos, hair videos, if you want to see how I got this beautiful twist out, and shopping videos because I love to shop, and much more, lifestyle, nursing, all kinds of things. So subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my face. And I'll see you ladies and gentlemen later.